He's a skilled assassin between the ropes. A boxer's mind in a bruiser's body.
Lennox would have been a challenge and a threat for any heavyweight champion in history.
His talent is unquestioned. His life, the subject of constant speculation.
He's not gay.
They had this thing that he wasn't British.
Except when it counts.
And our fascinating tale of the tape this evening, Weaver 15 years older, 3.5 inches shorter, 10 pounds lighter, and Lewis with the reach advantage.
Well, let's go to the CompuBox stats here. Average punches per round, 50 thrown by Lewis, 45 by Weaver. Almost comparable there. 21 landed by each, 42% compared to 47% for Weaver. So pretty equal there. The jabs per round by the CompuBox stats. Lewis versus Mason, his last fight, 32, 12 landed with 38%. Weaver versus Thomas, which was 5 years ago, 31 thrown, 14 landed, 45% connect.
In our Nevada State rules, this is a 10-round fight, the 10-point must system, no standing 8 count. The 3 knockdown rule is in effect. You can be saved by the bell only in that 10th round, and only the referee can stop the fight. And now for the pre-fight introductions. Let's go up to the ring, and Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 3 judges assigned to ringside will remain the same for this bout. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from Caesars Tahoe, we move to the heavyweight division. This bout scheduled for 10 rounds. The referee is Vic Draculec. Introducing first, in the blue corner, wearing the black trunks with gold letters and weighing an even 225 pounds, he's from East London, England. This 1988 Olympic gold medal champion in the super heavyweight division is undefeated as a professional with a record of 15-0, 13 KOs. Ladies and gentlemen, Lennox Lewis. And across the ring in the red corner, weighing in at an even 215 pounds, wearing the solid white trunks from Upland, California. His professional record, 35, 15-1, 25 is 35 victories by KO. Ladies and gentlemen, the former heavyweight champion of the world, Mike Weaver.
And look at Weaver's body. Have you ever seen a grandfather look like that?
And he is a grandfather.
All right, gentlemen, you received your
40 years old. What a build on this guy.
Any questions from the chief seconds? All right, remember, obey my commands, protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves now, let's get to it.
If you want to look for a punch from Weaver, look for that left hook.
That's it.
That's the one. It's a good one, and Lewis knows all about it.
Took out John Tate. Took out Carl the Truth Williams. Took out a lot of guys with that left hook.
Here we go. Round 1 scheduled for 10. And Weaver comes right at Lewis.
Oh, get off the head. Get off the head.
Ducking down.
Get off the head.
Lewis missing with the uppercut. Working the jab, and Weaver stays inside.
Oh, come in. Let go of that head, Lennox. Lennox.
You can see right off the bat, Lennox Lewis does want to box. He wants to keep him on the end of his punches here. See if he can do
Weaver
it.
said he doesn't want to box him. He's just too big for that. Oh! Good right hand from Lewis. Lewis has Weaver up against the ropes and connects with an uppercut.
The only punch that really landed solidly was that right hand, and Weaver went right into a shell and blocked everything else.
Punch out. Let's go. Punch out of there.
There was a warning in there from Vic Draculec about holding on and punching at the same time. Already this fight has lasted longer than the Breland affair. Another uppercut from Lewis. Lewis measuring with one hand. Same with the left hand. And trying to open up. And he gets another warning from Draculec.
Starch out of Mike Weaver. He's just not as aggressive as he was for the first part of the round.
Weaver now holding on midway through this first round. A low right hand connected from Lewis.
Come on, punch out of there, punch out.
Weaver not doing much of anything here.
Punch out, let's go.
trying to get back into this thing with a minute to go in the first round.
Let go there. Let go. Come on. Punch out. Punch out. Punch out. Hands are free. Punch out.
The urging of the referee, Vic Draculich, trying to get him to punch out of there.
Well, this is a bad omen for Weaver. If Lennox Lewis can back him up like this, he's pretty much assured himself of a win here. See, Weaver, to be successful, has got to back him up like this, but he's got to be a lot more aggressive. He's got to be throwing punches as he comes in.
We've yet to see Weaver connect with much of anything. That advertised left hook hasn't developed yet.
Go in there. Come on. Watch out.
Well, so much for all those muscles. Lennox Lewis really just threw Mike Weaver back with ease into the corner.
And a right hand as the round ends, and a strong one for Lennox Lewis.
Mike, you take this boy's best shot, man. You got to get your punches off, all right? Use your double jab to get in the inside. And then get off. If you're looking for opening, you got to make an opening. You hear me? All right, you got to make an opening. These boys, referee's looking at you and everything, man. Don't look for opening. Okay. Make an opening. Double jab, and you get in the inside, move your hands.
All right. Here's early in the round.
There's
Bingo.
that right hand from Lewis.
Right hand landed by Lewis right on the temple of Weaver and stunned him. But Weaver had enough sense to go into a shell. Here's another look. Lennox landing that jab, and bingo, the right hand landed flush right on the temple. But Weaver did go into a good shell and block the rest of the punches from Lennox Lewis.
There's
later on in the
measuring.
round.
There's what Lewis got the warning for.
Right,
and
exactly.
then he connected with the right.
Over the top, and he's pulling his hands down, which is not illegal. Holding behind the head and doing that would be.
They're saying that Weaver landed 5 punches and was outpunched 25-5. I didn't see the 5 that Weaver landed in that first round.
Well, he did land a few weak jabs and some body shots, so you got to give him credit for that. He did land a few short shots on the inside. And when they first came out, Lewis and Weaver banged heads.
Lewis connected with a combination again and connects with the jab. This is all Lennox Lewis here in the early going of the second round. Weaver trying hard and struggling to land body blows.
Punch out. Come on. Time to go.
Well, Terry Claiborne really read Weaver the riot act in the corner. He told him he better start punching, you know, because he knows that's his only chance. Pressure and punching.
He does connect with a left to the body, and Lewis rams a jab right in there, and another left. Lewis connecting with that jab at will here.
Well, Weaver's really not offering much head movement coming in either. He's standing straight up in front of Lennox Lewis with that great reach. He's going to be picking him apart with these long shots from the outside.
Low connect by Weaver, and he does draw the warning.
See, right there, Lennox Lewis should have followed up with that right hand right to the body. Bingo.
The right after he measured him with the left. Another big right hand from Lennox Lewis.
Come on, punch out of there. Punch out of there. Let go of the hands.
Another right hand from Lewis. And an uppercut, and then the left. And Weaver's in trouble here in the final minute of the second round. Can he survive it?
Yeah, he does look like he's hurt, but I've seen Weaver play possum before. He may be looking for Lennox Lewis to get a little careless and come out of that crouch with some sort of punch.
They stand right above us.
In fact, he looked like he was in this type of trouble when he knocked out Carl the Truth Williams. Came off the ropes with a great left hook.
And here he is. Weaver comes back. His first flurry of the fight draws a cheer from the crowd. A good left to the body set that up. But then Lewis comes right back with the jab.
You know, Weaver's he's been around a long time. He wants Lennox Lewis to shoot off some steam here, hopefully get a little bit tired, and then Weaver may make a move in the next couple rounds.
Yeah, there were a few moments there, and we didn't think he'd get out of the second round. Another strong overhand right from Lewis.
Well, he's made that move on him 3 times now. He steps over to Weaver's left and drops the right hand over the top.
You got to cut. Okay. You got to cut. No, it's not going to scratch.
No, please don't worry about it.
Listen.
Come here, right.
Don't want you inside with him. You understand me? Don't get inside with him. Outside with him. Outside. When you get him on the corner, you get him on that ropes, take that step over and crack those shots. Okay? Just crack. Remember how we want that crack? Okay? Once you're outside on him, no Lennox. Okay? Let's get it over with now. Okay? Let's get it over with.
Move your head.
Okay? Where's that jab?
Well,
It's coming right over. As soon as you throw that right hand on the ropes, drop down, come with your uppercut. See what I'm saying? Be ready to counter. You letting this guy hit you for no reason.
John Davenport urging Lennox Lewis to stay on the outside and box him and to keep stepping over to Weaver's left and dropping that right hand over the top. On the other hand, Terry Claiborne told Weaver he's got to start countering when Lennox Lewis steps over, block that right hand that's coming over the top, and come back with a counter uppercut on him. Let's see if he can do it.
Take it off.
They're being urged to take some, perhaps Vaseline off of Lennox Lewis. And now here we go. Round 3 scheduled for 10. Lewis starts out jabbing. He says everything goes off that jab. But he's been told to do it long distance. And Weaver comes on. Kind of falls down into him.
He actually fell over his own legs there.
A little bit of wrestling move on the near side.
Well, you got to ask yourself, are those 40-year-old legs he's tripping over, or was that a coincidental trip by each man?
Or size 15 shoes of Lennox Lewis.
Exactly.
Punch out of there. Hands are free. Let's go. Hands are free.
Lewis missing with the right as Weaver effectively ducked under it. Another strong jab from Lewis.
He's got a real stiff, long jab that looks like he can do a lot of damage because it's the second one he hit him with this round. Every time he lands it, Weaver grimaces.
With a minute gone in the 3rd round, we should note the average length of a Lennox Lewis fight is 3.3 rounds.
Well, you know, when Lennox Lewis is punching, Weaver goes into a defensive mode. I think he should really put the pressure on, like John Davenport, his trainer, said, and keep the punches flowing. They might stop this fight if Weaver doesn't defend himself.
Weaver has shown the ability to take the punch and come back. You're right, he needs to be a little bit more active.
Yeah, certainly does. And what I also think Lennox Lewis should do is drop, after that jab right hand, drop to the body, try to sneak in a little lever shot, bring his hands down a little bit, because he's keeping his hands up real tight, looking for all those shots to the head.
And Weaver had some success there with the jab. And now Lewis does the same to him.
You know, Lennox Lewis, he's getting a little brave because he's really been hitting Weaver from the outside a lot. He keeps his hands a little bit low from the outside. But you'll notice the closer he moves, the higher he brings those hands up. But I'm sure Weaver spots that himself. Let's see if he can take advantage of it.
As we move inside the final 30 seconds of the 3rd round. And the uppercut, the short uppercut. Another warning, holding with the left hand and hitting the uppercut with the right.
Exactly.
It's the 3rd time he's warned them.
It'll probably be the last time.
And that'll do it for an uneventful 3rd round.
Last time for you too.
Well, I think the referee just told Mike Weaver if another punch strays low, he's going to take a point from him.
I want that angle. I want that.
And with us again tonight, the Nevada State judge, Cindy Barton. And Cindy, how have you scored it?
Lynn, I have Lewis winning 30-27. First round, Lewis rocked Weaver early with the right. Weaver tried to block Lewis's punches unsuccessfully. Second round was pretty much the same, and third, as you can see, pretty uneventful.
All right, thank you, Cindy.
Okay, here's a little repeat of the last round. Both of them standing on the outside. Here's a jab. Bingo. That is a sharp-looking jab. And you see Weaver react to it, takes a step back.
Weaver had one good combination in the second round, and that's really been it for him. Let's see if he can get motivated here in the fourth.
He did land a couple nice little body shots at the very end of that round, and that's what he's got to do more of, try to slow Lewis down.
But that sniping with the jab of Lewis. Weaver trying to get inside of that. Blocked that one effectively. Lewis still doing it long distance. Battle of jabs thus far in the fourth round.
Weaver can't expect to win a fight.
Lewis banging his own gloves together to get himself going.
He can't expect to win this fight by matching jabs.
No, absolutely. That's the point. He's got to get more active.
You know, the longer this fight goes, especially in the 7,000-foot altitude, this could be increasingly hard for Mike Weaver to sustain these late rounds.
We're at the Caesars Outdoor Arena. Heavyweights, the European heavyweight champ, Lennox Lewis, and the former WBA heavyweight champ a long time ago, Mike Weaver. That's been all Lewis thus far. Midway through the fourth round now.
Lennox Lewis getting a little marked up around that left eye there. The eyelid and underneath. See, if anything, I think Weaver should be trying to drop some right hands over that jab. Try to time it and come over that jab as he brings it right back to his waist. Lennox Lewis does.
Weaver again content to jab away.
Okay, break it clean. Let's go, break clean, let's go.
The good news for Weaver is he has survived nearly 4 rounds. Bad news is he's going to be behind by 4 rounds.
But besides that good right hand that he took in the first round, he really hasn't taken any clean, hard shots since then. And you got to kind of fault Lennox Lewis for not really turning on the afterburners here. He should really be throwing some combinations and working Mike Weaver over.
Weaver just not using that right hand at all, Joe.
No. See, he's being very tentative. He's staying on the outside, and he's not doing what he told us he was going to do, and that's maul Lennox Lewis.
Maybe he had all good intentions in that first round shot. There's a good right hand from Lewis. Maybe it took it out of him.
Well, a good punch like that can make you fight a more cautious fight.
There's a right hand, a rare one, thrown by Weaver in the final seconds of the fourth round. Another round that will go into Lewis's corner. So Lennox Lewis firmly in control as we've now fought our way through 4 rounds in Lake Tahoe.
Bam, body shot, and then come here and try this move here and try your uppercut. All right? You haven't worked too much on this guy, so right now you can start making your move. You rock that right hand when he throw a weak jab and try to get to the body. Bam, bam, them hard body shots, that's what we want, all right?
Well, Terry's right. I mean, he's right. He's in this fight. And there is Tony Lopez getting ready to defend his IBF championship. Tony from nearby Sacramento, 2 hours away. A lot of his fans are here. He'll be taking on Lupe Gutierrez.
You know, Terry Claiborne really was saying exactly what we thought. He told him, go over that jab with that right hand, rock, and then go over the jab, and then follow back up to the body. But he should be a little bit more adamant about it.
But he also said what I thought is that Weaver can be a factor in this fight, but he's got to start doing something.
Well, because Lewis is really giving him the opportunity to do something, and he's not taking advantage of it.
Jabs continue to connect for Lewis, and another one. Weaver counters with a couple of jabs of his own. It's been the story of this fight after the first round. Just more of the same. But that jab certainly sounds crisp from Lewis.
Here's an interesting stat from the last
Weaver
round.
with a couple of body blows, maybe a little low on one of them, and Lewis comes right back at him.
And that's why Weaver's tentative about coming in, because when he does open up, Lennox Lewis is catching him, and maybe the fight has kind of left Mike Weaver. I don't know. Maybe this may be the end of the road for him, because he's certainly not really being as aggressive as I've seen him in past years. But the stat I was going to give you, out of the 72 punches thrown in the last round, only 10 of them weren't jabs. So the majority of the punches thrown in that last one were all jabs.
Weaver has not fought in a year. And I think that ring rust and age may be showing here, although you thought it was a bit of playing possum earlier in the fight. Crowd getting a little bit restless here as they see more of the same now as we approach the latter stages of the 5th round.
It's amazing to really see much redness.
Strong right to the body from Lewis.
Or wonder how Lennox Lewis could have so much marking over his left eye, but he is. He's swollen very much. He hasn't really been getting hit on that side much, but he is. He's getting very puffy on his left side.
Why would Lewis be so tentative to throw combinations? I would think he'd come off that jab and really do some damage.
Well, I think he might want to render Weaver a little bit more helpless. Maybe let him run out a little. This is a 10-round fight. Let him run out a little bit more steam. Wait until his hands come down a little bit more, and then go in for the kill. He said he wanted to be cautious and box smartly, and he is doing that. But he's got to give the fans a little bit more, I think.
Caution does not spell entertainment in the fans' minds, as we're now inside 30 seconds to go in the 5th round.
But, you know, Mike Weaver really isn't giving him a whole heck of a lot of reason to be cautious.
Right, so go get him, Lennox.
Right, exactly. That's what the corner should be telling him. Closer look here. That left eye of Lennox Lewis is definitely closing.
Well, 5th round complete. Halfway through, scheduled for 10. Now they start to work on that eye.
Here you go, Harold.
All right, nothing.
Left eye a little bit.
Don't worry about it. I want to see more on that jab.
But his
You see
corner
it
seems
works
to
now,
say
right?
nothing.
Okay? You see it's working? All right, then. Let's stay with it. I haven't seen the playing field yet, though. Okay? I haven't seen that playing field jab yet. Okay? You understand what I'm saying? I want to see the playing field jab, son.
And this is Lupe Gutierrez, the USBA featherweight champion. He'll be battling Tony Lopez in our main event for the IBF Junior Lightweight Championship. Likeable young man Gutierrez is.
That he is.
He's got his 3 young kids and his wife on hand from San Jose, and that should be a good one against Lopez. But here are the stats on this fight.
Right, Lewis throwing 234 punches compared to 196 by Weaver, 97 landing, 48% or 48 punches landing for Weaver.
Here we go, round 6 of a scheduled 10-rounder.
Well, Terry Claiborne told Mike Weaver to use that right hand of the body a little bit more and see if...
There's a right hand. Yeah. Well, there's a rare one from Weaver, connected to the head of Lewis.
See if he can bring his hands down a little bit, but...
Lewis showing that puffiness under the left eye, and maybe Weaver trying to go after it. Good right hand from Lewis.
Watch your push.
Weaver's left eye is a little bit swollen on the brow itself, too, but it doesn't look like it's really closing or anything. It just looks a little swollen. Well, he's trying to do what Terry Claiborne, Mike's trying to do what Terry Claiborne told him to do, and go with that right hand of the body, and then switch up and go over the top every so often. See if it can pay off for him.
Oh, and Weaver's down. The right hand from Lennox Lewis.
5, 6, 7.
And Weaver's not going to make it.
9, 10.
A stunning 6th-round knockout. The right hand from Lennox Lewis. And that is it.
He lulled him asleep. Lulled him to sleep, and bingo, came out of nowhere with that great right hand right up the jab. And that landed flush.
At a minute 5 of the 6th round, Lennox Lewis ups his record to 16-0 with 14 knockouts.
And I hope this is it for Mike Weaver, seriously, Len.
He's helped to a stool. He was hit hard in the 1st round. Strong round for Lewis, and then it became a battle of jabs as Weaver's being checked over. Now Weaver seems okay. We'll have some replays for you of a terrific right hand from Lennox Lewis.
There's Weaver being right over Weaver's real slow jab. It really was. His head was poking up right on top of that jab, and Lennox Lewis came over the top. Here it is again. Weaver pulling out of a clinch here. Drops his left hand, bing, right on the chin. That was a beautiful right
Really
hand.
a beautiful one-punch knockout.
Well, his patience paid off for him, you know?
Right there, stay right there.
And Lewis was really in a position of not having a whole lot to gain. I mean, if he beats the older man, well, people say that was what was expected of him. But a strong right hand from Lewis did it. Let's go up to the ring to Michael Buffer for the announcement of the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Vic Draculich reaches the count of 10 at 1 minute 5 seconds of the 6th round. The winner by knockout victory, still undefeated now, 16-0 with 14 KOs. From East London, England, Lennox Lewis.
Is a special presentation of HBO Sports.